Everybody, my name is Mark Lazell. I'm the business website director for Healy Consultants Group PLC, and I work out of our Singapore office. I have with me this afternoon Caroline Devet, and she is an accounting and tax officer who is based out of our office in Johor Bahru in Malaysia. Good afternoon, Caroline.
Good afternoon, Mark.
And how's everything with you today, Caroline?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. It's nice to speak with you. This is the first time that you and I are doing a podcast, so it's always nice to introduce new staff to this initiative. So welcome. Caroline, if you don't mind me asking, just introduce yourself to the listeners, please. Tell us what is your role at Healy Consultants and how long have you been with the firm?
Yep, sure. Hi, everyone. So I'm Caroline. I'm joined Healy Consultants in 2019, and I've been with the firm for 2 years. So I'm working under the accounting and tax department as an accounting and tax officer. So my role in Healy Consultant is to assist our multinational clients with their accounting and tax obligation in their respective jurisdiction.
Very good. So in terms of your specific areas of expertise, would you say that you have any particular skills or strengths that add value to our team, Caroline?
Yeah, I would say I'm expert in Australia accounting and tax matters.
Fantastic. That's interesting. I mean, I know that Australia is one of our most important and popular jurisdictions among our clients. I also believe that the Australian tax system requires very specialist knowledge. Can you first of all tell us briefly about some of the Australian engagements that you are handling or have handled over the last year or so?
Yeah, sure. So basically, I'm working on annual accounting and tax filings for dormant and active entities, such as applying for audit relief, preparing and lodging unaudited financial statements, submitting tax returns with ASIC and ATU. Besides that, I'm also working on Australian monthly payroll, quarterly GST, and superannuation filings for active and dormant entities as well. Additionally, I'm also handling a significant global entity accounting and tax obligations.
Very good. In your opinion, as an expert in this area, Caroline, what would you say are some of the challenges of the Australian tax system that our clients face?
Usually, our clients have a very limited understanding or knowledge about Australia tax matters. So recently, we have faced a situation where one of our clients are required to report a fringe benefit tax return with ATU. However, they are not aware of this filing. So let me just give a brief explanation of what exactly fringe benefit return is.
Sure.
Sure. So a fringe benefit is a payment to an employee, but in a different form to salary. So an FBT is paid by employers for certain benefits they provide to their employees or their employees' family or other associates. So FBT applies even if the benefit is provided by a third party under an arrangement with the employer. So FBT is separate from income tax return, and it was calculated on the taxable value of the fringe benefit. So the employer must self-assess their FBT liability for the FBT year, which is starting from 1st April to 31st March. And they also have to lodge an FBT return with ATO on an annual basis. So let me just give put it in a simple word. So if an employer reimbursing their employees for any expenses, they should consider whether the expenses that they are claiming are FBTable or not. If the reimbursement is for expenses incurred specifically for a business, then it is not FBTable. However, when there are reimbursement of a personal nature, then there are benefit arises from her employment. For example, like payment of health insurance or medical expenses. These are of a personal nature, and therefore any reimbursement will be a benefit provided by the business, and as such FBTable. So how I usually help our clients in this matter, if they engage us for payroll, I can usually detect when they are reimbursing the employees while preparing the monthly pay slips, and I will advise them whether the expenses they are reimbursing are FBTable or not. And if yes, I will advise them accordingly what action have to be taken.
Very good, Caroline. Thank you for such a thorough explanation. Very interesting, and I'm sure our listeners will appreciate that as well. Finally, to cut this, to make this as succinct as possible, what do you see as some of the most recent developments or changes in the Australian tax system that our multinational clients should be aware of?
To be honest, there are a lot of things that our multinational clients should be aware of this Australian tax system. First of all, I would say the financial year end in Australia, how to determine their first financial year end in Australia. And so let me just briefly explain on how to determine this financial year end. So if they are incorporating a company before 30th June, so the first financial period will be from the date of incorporation to 30th June. So for example, if they are incorporating a company on 5th June 2021, so their first financial year end will be on 30th June 2021. Even though it's dormant and just 3 weeks period, they are still obliged to prepare a financial statement and submit a tax return with the authorities. But client can still change their financial year end to 31st December or any period if they would like to, but they must notify ASIC and ATO about the changes as soon as practical. Most importantly, the financial year cannot be longer than 12 months. Other than that, the most important part is about the audit reliefs. So all large proprietary and small proprietary controlled by foreign entities should prepare an audited financial statement and lodge the same with ASIC within 4 months from the financial year end, unless ASIC grants them a relief. So client can apply for an audit relief with ASIC within 4 months after the financial year end. So Haley consultants can help our client to apply for the relief by preparing the board resolution and the necessary form and submit it with ASIC before the due date. So once ASIC approve, our client will not be required to prepare an audited financial statement, but they are still required to prepare an unaudited financial statement and lodge the same with ASIC within the due date. So other than that, the client also should verify whether they are a significant global entity or not. So because this is the most important thing, if they are consider themselves as a significant global entity, then they have some reporting obligations such as CBC reporting and also general purpose financial statement obligation if they are a corporate tax entity. So I think these are the most important factors that our clients should be aware of.
Caroline, that's fascinating. And again, thank you very much for your detailed insight there. I'm sure your expert knowledge is of great value to our clients and obviously your colleagues as well in the accounting and tax department. So thank you very much for your time, Caroline. I very much appreciate it. And we look forward to speaking again with you sometime soon on other tax and accounting issues. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark. It's always a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.